everybody, Dan Illman here, taking a peek at the Coast to Coast Pick 5 wager for Sunday, January the 7th. It's a $1 base wager with a 15% takeout. It will be run every Saturday and Sunday through April the 7th. Let's start things off with leg A on Sunday. I put up a little bit of a ticket before scratches and changes, just a little bit of a base idea, trying to throw some prices in there as well for you guys to consider. Our first leg is the Glitter Woman, the feature race at Gulfstream on Sunday, race number 9. We're going 6 furlongs. It's $100,000 for 3-year-old fillies. I'm focusing on the 2 horses on the inside. The 1, Into Champagne, the 2, Let Them Watch. Into Champagne hasn't raced since mid-June, but this horse made a nice impression in her career debut. Trainer Ian Wilkes is not known for sending out first-time starters that are really cranked up and ready, and Into Champagne in a 10-horse field was bet down to 2-1. They knew that she was ready and that she had ability, and she lived up to the billing. She broke really sharp. She was professional tracking in between horses, and once she got to the outside 3 deep under Julien Leparoux, she put that field to bed in the faster division of maiden special weights for 2-year-old fillies at Ellis Park that day. The layoff is a concern. She's going to have to break from the inside post, but she sure showed a lot of talent in that race, and I just think she's found the right spot in the Glitter Woman. The 2, Let Them Watch, might be the main speed for Michael Maker. This horse is already a 3-time winner and already a multiple stakes winner, winning at Gulfstream, the Sharp Susan over the summer, and then last time out in the Sandpiper at Tampa Bay. She set a legitimate pace in the Sandpiper, 22 flat, 44-1 for the half, and she held sway going the 3/4 of a mile distance. If she gets to the front, we know that the track at Gulfstream can play to speed. The 1 and the 2 are the main horses for me. If you wanted to add one and add to the bet, the 7, Caress, might be interesting. I think she can trip out. She got into a speed duel last time out against a horse that came back to win a stake at the fairgrounds. That horse has now won 3 of her last 4 starts. Caress might get a better trip this time around, breaking from the outside and sitting off of the speeds. We move to Santanita. Race number 4 is the second leg of the Coast to Coast Pick 5, and it's a second level allowance with an $80,000 claiming option, and I feel good about the 6, Crosby Beach. I might even single this one in here. This horse made his first start off the Mark Latt claim last time out, was only beaten a length by a good horse. Almendarez won that race, came back to finish second in the Grade 2 Mathis Mile with an 89 Beyer speed figure. Crosby Beach was close to a fast pace that day, was still hanging around in the wire, and this time around he might benefit because there are several speeds in here. Goliath has speed, Santo Dios, Great King, Midnight Mammoth. All of these horses might contribute to a fast pace, and Crosby Beach can lay off of those horses and make a run into the stretch. So he might be my single in this Coast to Coast Pick 5 wager. Race number 10 at Gulfstream Park is our third leg. It's a maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies going a mile on the turf. There are pedigrees galore in this race. The number 1, Dixie Timber, is a half to the multiple Grade 1 stakes winner, More Spirit. The 2, El McGeeth, the first-time starter for Todd Pletcher, is a half to a Preakness winner, Early Voting. Another Pletcher first-time starter on the far outside, the 11, Lady Madonna. This one's by Warfront. The dam won the Grade 1 Ashland Stakes. The 7, Vandella, switches to turf, gets Lasix. This is a half to a couple of stakes winners on the turf. That being said, I think there are 2 main contenders in here. The 10, Calispera's merits are fairly obvious. Although she's still a maiden, she's placed in 3 group races overseas and just missed in a salty French Group 3 last time out. I think this one's going to be ready for Brian Lynch and Jose Ortiz, and it's going to take a lot of money. Pendulum, I think, is improving slowly for Godolphin and Brendan Walsh. This horse got wired last time out and might get a little more pace to attack in this spot. Has hit the board in all 3 starts, and I would expect a late kick under Tyler Gaffalione. We move to Santanita for the 5th race on their card, the 4th race of this sequence. It's a first-level allowance with a $50,000 claiming option, and I'm focusing on the horses nearer to the inside. The 1, Desmond Doss, is a salty Calbred. He's won 7 times in his career. He hasn't raced since early October, but this guy's won fresh in the past. He's got plenty of back class, graded stakes placed last year, and last time out was a solid performance for the second level 80 condition, so he's taking a bit of a class drop, and I just expect that his back class will play well in here. Elwood Blues, conversely, is a horse that seemingly has a lot of upside. He's only raced 3 times for Bob Baffert, but he put it all together in his most recent race at Los Alamitos. His first start off about a 6-month layoff, where he pressed the pace and kept on going at 1-5. This is going to be a tougher test for Elwood Elwood Blues, but I think he's going to show speed from the inside, and he might be good enough to take this field all the way. We complete the sequence with Santanita's 7th race. It's a mile on the turf, and it's a $50,000 starter allowance with a $50,000 claiming option. I'm looking at 2 horses in here. Mega Moon just seems very logical, doesn't he? Finishing ahead of 4 of these common rivals last time out when just missing at Del Mar. I like this horse's tactical speed, but I also want to be alive to the 9 Syntactic, in case I am alive into the final leg of this wager. Syntactic is a horse that showed some ability as a 2-year-old, and he missed over a year of racing. He came back first off with that lengthy layoff. He didn't do much at a giant price that day, and he was then dropped into an open $50,000 claimer last time out. He ran a little bit better. That race has already produced 2 next out winners, one coming back to win with an 86 buyer speed figure for a $40,000 tag. Syntactic faced several multiple winners of that race, several 2-time winners, and is now dropping into a non-winners of 2 life event. I think Syntactic is racing himself back into shape for the 3rd start of the form cycle. I might offer some value in the final leg of Sunday's Coast to Coast Pick 5. Good luck.